what stops us from actually receiving that love? Reverend Bill talks about shame. We think we're some subconsciously, because 95% of our right our programming is subconscious. And like Bruce Lipton would say, the first 6 years we're like in a hypnotic state, and all our programming is programmed in that first 6 years. So if we hear, our parents saying you don't deserve this, or if they feel they don't deserve it, remember, we're a sponge. So what stops us from receiving that love like Reverend Bill's giving? What unconsciously stops us from that? Reverend Bill said shame, guilt. What is shame? Shame is feeling like we don't deserve it, right? We're not worthy. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy to receive this love. And in meditation the other day, I told her, Ramel, in meditation the other day, I said, I was in meditation because I had shame myself over something, and I just felt tremendous shame of receiving. I felt like I didn't deserve it. And even when I got the guest presenter, I'm like, do I deserve to be here? So I just went through my own shame, and I said, what does shame want? What does shame, my own shame, what does it want? Because if it feels not good enough, or if it feels I'm a bad person, what does it want? And I got acceptance. Acceptance. The antidote to shame is acceptance, self-acceptance. Because if we have this inner critic that says you suck, and then we go into shame, well, it's okay. We all suck sometimes, right? If you can accept that part of ourself, well, so I suck. I love that part too. It's about loving every part of ourselves, right? So if we're like, oh, I don't want to suck, I don't want to suck, I don't want to fail, I don't want to, that's the resistance. And when we resist that, guess what? What resists persists, right? But if you can just accept every part of, oh, maybe I suck sometimes, and that's okay, right? Like that radical self-acceptance. That's okay. I might suck sometimes, but that's not who I am. I'm love. I'm love, but I might suck at something, but God loves me anyways. God loves me all the time, and I am that love. What stops us feeling like we're undeserving of that love? How do we heal that within ourselves? Accept all parts of us. The part that fails, that's okay. We can make another choice. In the next moment we think we fail, first attempt in learning, second attempt in learning, it's not even failure, right? But if we can actually go, okay, maybe I made a mistake. What? I can choose in that moment. Okay, what can I do differently? Boom. The minute you make another choice, you create a different reality. But the biggest thing is self-accepting, accepting all parts of that self that feels undeserving and unworthy of love, right? Because love is our birthright. The ability to receive love is our birthright. And what I learned in my transformational NLP course, I'll just share this 5 organismic rights, and I'm sure there's more, that Wilhelm Reich, a psychologist, after working with a lot of patients, he discovered there were 5 organismic rights that may have gotten compromised because they're anchored in from birth to 3 years, like that unconscious programming, right? In the first 6 years. So he says there's 5 fundamental organismic rights, meaning this is our birthright. It's not something we need to earn, achieve, or work hard for. It's our birthright. And that is the right to exist, right? We have a full and uncompromised right to exist. The second one is the right to need and have our needs met. That one is the biggest one. I've worked with so many, and I think I have some of my beautiful people I work with here. That is the biggest one that blocks you from love, receiving love, giving yourself love, the right to exist and the right to need and have your own needs met. The third one is the right to separate yet still belong. The other one is the right to take your own actions and have your own consequences. And the last one, the fifth one, is the right to love and be loved, including sexually. So he's saying these can get compromised in the first 3 years of your life, whatever environment you were born in. And it might not be you have horrible parents or anything like that. It could just be that they were busy, right? They were busy. You had too many siblings. Whatever it is, these can get compromised. And when they get compromised, they pretty much stay compromised until you are aware of it and revise that belief, right? Revise the belief. Everything, the good thing is everything is healable and revisable. You just have to know. And today, I really want to anchor in, help everybody anchor in their right to exist. Because that's a big one, right? If we don't feel like we have the right to exist, how can we receive love and be the love? If we don't feel deserving of the right to exist here, right? How can we have more love in our lives? So would that be okay to anchor in more right to exist with everyone? I think we can all use a boost in the right to exist and how to do that. So if everyone can close their eyes, just close your eyes and don't worry about taking notes because this will be recorded and you can like listen to it over and over again. So everyone close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And ground yourself and really find your core, your heart space, your center. And as you're doing that, I'm just going to use my sound healing for everybody to just harmonize in this space of love as we beautifully receive the support of Reverend Bill's love as well. And just go into your own heart space. And let's just ground and center into yourself. What is your core? Who am I? Who am I? Come back to self. Go within. Wherever your core is, heart space, solar plexus. For me, my core is definitely my heart space. That's where my soul is, right? Our soul. What is a soul? Who are we? Right? Really just kind of tune into that. You put your hand on your heart and let's just say, I am that I am.